Well, perhaps you've heard the term leatherneck used to describe United States Marines. Well, this is where it came from. This is Lieutenant Colonel Charles Rumsey Broom, a Delaware native, by the way.
You can see the leather stock around his neck. Not only was it used to protect the few and the proud, but it also helped keep the head and neck upright when the uniform was worn, hence the name Leatherneck.
And by the way, the standing collar on the dress blues worn by Marines today honors that leatherneck legacy. Our next guest is a proud leatherneck who believes it's not the uniform that defines service, it's the commitment that lasts long after the uniform is set aside.
This is Don Coffin, president of the Delmarva Leathernecks Foundation. Welcome to Historic Studio D.
Thank you. Good, nice to be here.
Fascinating history about the Marine uniform.
It is. The Marine uniform has gone through many stages, and the leatherneck that we mentioned earlier, that you all mentioned earlier, was also designed to help protect the Marine from an actual sword slice. So, but that carried forward. Our dress blue uniform today is probably the most recognized military uniform in our country. And I'm asked every Memorial Day by our pastor of the church, although we have other veterans from other services in there, to put on my dress blues and to carry the wreath forward and present it up on the altar each Memorial Day. And I'm really happy to do that and proud to do that. And that's just because of he says, I was in the Army and we got other veterans, but I like the Marine Corps dress blues.
Well, thank you for that service, by the way. But I actually want to step back a little bit, and we mentioned Historic Studio D. This is not the first time you've been in this studio. Can you talk about the last time you've been here? You were here?
The first and last time until today that I was in the studio here was when I was a young high school student, and we were asked to come along with other schools in the area to participate in a sock hop here in 1957. And we came here and danced in here. We were on TV. And it was a big deal for us. It was a big deal, and that was something that WBOC did at that time. And it was popular throughout the area to see which school was going to be on, which school was going to be dancing. But that was the only time I was in the studio, and the last time until today.
Yeah, wonderful.
So after dancing, that's when you joined the Marine Corps. What's something that you learned through your service that you still carry today?
Well, what happened is I dropped out of high school at age 16. And I was a disciplinary problem. My folks, my mom and dad had divorced, and I was creating issues for my mother. I told her I wanted to go in the military. And so I went to talk to the recruiters in the old post office building downtown on the second floor. And I wanted to go in the Air Force. But the Air Force said I needed a high school diploma, and the Marine Corps recruiter heard me as I was going out of the building. Long story short, he talked me into getting my mom to sign for me to go into the Marine Corps. And that was in 1959. On January the 21st, 1960, I was boarding a Trailways bus down here at Salisbury to go to Fort Holabird in Baltimore to be processed into the Marine Corps. And when I got off that train in Yemassee, South Carolina, I realized at that time the recruiter had not been totally truthful with me. But that's how I ended up in the Marine Corps, and I thank God for it, and I thank the Marine Corps, because I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for the Marine Corps and Almighty God.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now you're the president of the Delmarva Leathernecks Foundation. Can you talk a little bit about the mission of the group?
Sure. We formed as a separate 501c3 in June of last year and incorporated. And the reason being, it gives us the autonomy and the flexibility to make our own decisions where we meet, how we fundraise, as long as we meet the Internal Revenue Service guidelines required of a 501c3. A couple things we've done that we can do and have the flexibility. We not only can give the other 501c3s, we can give the individuals or individuals that were relatives of a veteran. An example, we just helped a lady, an elderly lady that did not have the financial wherewithal to buy a new washing machine because the one she had presently had was not working properly. So we were able to give her the money, and she was a widow of an Army veteran. In another instance, we just gave assistance to a family that has a child that has a genetic disease or disorder that only 300 and some cases in the world. He requires 24-hour care. So we were able to contribute to that family to help with that care. So those are a couple examples of what we do, and we just worked at the convention center in Ocean City during the cruisers, raising monies that we have raised for our foundation. And we are veterans helping veterans, but our membership consists of unique individuals, retired individuals, patriots. Majority, I think, of our membership are former Marines, either retired or have served in the Marine Corps. But we have people that have never served into the service, a lot of wives. We have people served in the Army, the Air Force, the Navy. So we come together as a unique group that we can do. We're blessed, all of us, financially, with our financial wherewithal. And we're able, as a foundation, to do things that we could not do under the structure of other bureaucratic nonprofit organizations.
Very fascinating, and I know there's so much more to it. We're going to put some information on our website, DelmarvaLife.com, so you can find out more about the Delmarva Leathernecks Foundation, including how you can help them out.
And if I could, I would like to give thanks to the Marriott Residence Inn in Ocean City. They give us a free meeting room every month, set it up for us, and do not charge us one dime to use that meeting room. And it's fantastic. It's a nice venue, and we are most appreciative of that.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Don Coffin, president of the Delmarva Leathernecks Foundation. Great
Thank
to see
you, guys.